Zacha to Pastrnak off the outside of the post. Coyle. MacKinnon. Coyle to Pastrnak. Hat-trick!
This is Bruins Overtime Live presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Boy, was that game fun from start to finish, exciting between two of some of the best teams in the league. But as I said in the tease, the score of 5-2 the final, it was a lot closer than that.
Absolutely. Yet the Bruins, I don't want to say dominated, but I felt there they controlled the first and third.
Yep.
And yes, second was Colorado, right? They were good.
That
they
was
were real
their push.
That was their push.
Yep.
At full period, they were real good.
Yep.
But, you know, it's funny. I'm not saying I never felt the game was in jeopardy, because that, in doubt, that wouldn't be fair, because you know how good Colorado is.
Yep.
But once the Bruins had multiple points in this game where they settled things down, and it made me as an observer feel good about it, Bear. Overall, impressed. Swayman killed the play when he had to. He made some good key saves. And in general, I thought the team's cohesiveness, support, and layer factor was real good.
Yeah, I would also throw structure on there. Their team defense was exceptionally good. And to your point, when you can play under control against a team that's this good, that shows that your team defense, there was no panic. For the most part, a couple of giveaways that hurt them, on a couple of spots. But for the most part, it was a close hockey game, a good hockey game. Even though there wasn't a lot of chippiness, it was physical. One-on-one battles along the boards. And to your point, it wasn't until 2:36 that you scored the power play goal where you get the 2-goal lead, where all of a sudden, okay, I can sigh. But other than that, it was a good hockey game.
So, I don't know, the game in Denver, I felt, to your point, I felt at times the Bruins were chasing.
Yes.
I felt that they had a hard time managing or matching the speed of Colorado. Mm-hmm. Yet here, I thought they were absolutely spot on with it. I never felt like they were chasing the game.
I also think this is a type of game that Coach Montgomery talks about, his identity. This is the identity of the team, that when you're playing this way defensively, you can play against the top teams because you have the ability to play under control and to slow them down a bit.
And
that's not easy.
Not at all. No,
they're superstars, man.
Again, remember how frenetic the game felt last week when we were watching in Denver? It was go, go, go. And the Bruins, I mean, yes, they got to a shootout and everything, but it felt very different than this one here.
Yes.
I just love the way that they absolutely managed this game.
Was I in bed watching that, or was I sleeping? Not when you were saying the pregame.
Both.
Okay.
We remember that one, though.
Okay.
We do remember that. Okay, well, David Pastrnak, I mean, a lot of storylines in this one, but one of the big ones, getting a hat trick. We're going to show you his second goal of the game, which, much like his first, the assist just as beautiful and important to get this one in.
Oh, it really is. And here's the nice breakout coming out. The power play didn't really feel like you had much going.
Right.
Billy, it's late, and they went to the second unit, but Pasta, of course, stayed on, and then they just had the battle. Zacha along the boards, gets it to Pastrnak, and then to DeBrusk, and then watch Pastrnak go to the front of the net so quickly. DeBrusk holds the puck, goes away, and waits, and makes a beautiful pass across to Pasta.
I mean, the play of Zacha with two guys right there, just the subtlety to hold on to enough of those guys allows for the support factor to come over. You made the point right away during live action about how fast Pasta was streaking to the net, Bear, and it was really awesome. Georgiev thinks perhaps he's got it covered, and then he's like, I have no chance at this. With how quickly comes in Pastrnak just outside the left skate. This is able to deflect it and ramp the puck over the left leg, and gorgeous pass by DeBrusk, who had a hell of a game.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
A hell of a game.
And Zacha did as well. And it's a situation where, you'll always hear Brick talk about timely specialty teams. If they don't score there,
right?
You don't have a good feel. But by scoring that power play goal there, it was like, okay, now you can breathe a little bit.
Was this as good a win as they've had this season?
There have been a couple for me, but this is right up there.
Given the opponent.
Oh, right. Well. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, probably.
But I would also, we talked in the pregame about the importance of Monday, which is a tough travel.
Yep.
Yes, Jersey had some injuries, and everybody, but that was one of those games where you looked at from afar and said, this has potential to be a schedule loss. It's so tough. They came in and they were responsible, and it carried over to tonight.
Yeah, that first shift was great. And then third period, they only gave up 4 shots.
Yeah, that's incredible.
They only gave up 4 shots on goal.
Good hockey club.
It was. Yep. It was, again, against a very good. Barry made the point, we're, again, off air, 2 really good games in a row.
Yes.
And I think they have for now, found their game.
But again, it's not only that they won the two, it's how they won the two.
I'm with you.
It's the offense was there, the balance was there, the specialty teams, the goaltending again. But
depth came through.
Yeah, it really did. Yep, it really did.
And this one, guys, it just started with a good 2 feet, I was going to say 2 skates for David Pastrnak. 44 seconds in, and once again,
the whole line. So the whole line was, this is a leadership line.
Yeah.
This is a statement shift. This is a get out of our way, we're going to lead by example type thing. The outlet is great. You bring the third guy high. You allow to diffuse kind of any pressure. Now you recycle the puck. Their cycle game was real good. And then the way that the Bruins just controlled the puck galore, stripped the puck by Coyle that leads to this Pastrnak shot. There's no chance for Georgiev. He's like, are you freaking kidding me?
Right.
This is my first shot that I'm going to see getting on me?
And to your point too, Billy, yes, it's only 44 seconds in, but this is mono on mono. You're going against the other team's top line. It's like, okay, guys, how are we going to start this game? Look at this. Look at the feet. You're moving. Coyle makes an unbelievable reach back check there, and there's Pasta again getting that shot on, and that really set the tone, as you said, Sophia, 44 seconds in. I don't even think a lot of the people probably got their beers and were sitting down. They were probably still grabbing a couple.
No. Again, you're talking about first shot. Like, that's what Georgiev's got to face right there.
Yeah.
Intense pressure in the zone, and then all of a sudden, it's just smoked right by him. You could tell Pasternak's emphatic celly with the arm pump. He was awesome. He was awesome.
And he was our Subaru star of the game. A couple things to mention before we get to this board. That was his 18th career hat trick, but 2 of them were in the postseason. As for this, multi-point game for him. So he ties his idol, his best friend, David Krejci, with 193 multi-point games, and it's his 3rd consecutive of the season.
Look at Bork's number. That is scary.
It is.
For a defenseman.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very scary. Well, you guys mentioned, I mean, without the hat trick, maybe we could have given this star of the game to Jake DeBrusk, who also had an all-around excellent game.
Yeah, it is, and as we always talk about, Billy, it seems when Jake's playing his game, what's he do when he's moving his legs, and he dumped the puck improperly here. He made a play that we weren't sure. He got reviewed, but it was obviously they made the correct call. Wotherspoon, another guy who played a very solid game tonight.
Great.
Going to the net, and right here, he has control, right? There's never a doubt.
Yeah. They got it right.
Yeah, they did.
They did. I mean, this is, if we're going to have to use or have this godforsaken offside review,
Yeah.
which every time it happens, I say either way, I mean, come on. I mean, I'm glad, like, for both ways, just play on. Anyways,
Yeah.
Listen, they got it right because he does have possession and control. You've got to allow for this new age NHL. These guys are so skilled, everything like that. You want goals. This is great. It was a legit 2. He had controlled the puck, was able to bring it across, and they got it right. And there's a great goal. And how many times?
What's Monty here?
Yeah.
Oh. He's like, oh, wow.
He was never in doubt, was he?
Hey, now. Whoa.
I never saw that shot.
Hey, amino acids. I like
Oh.
it. I don't know. Yes.
Well, Monty's been, he's seen some tough calls, so he was pleasantly surprised.
The other thing, too, with Wotherspoon that we commented on watching him play with so much poise was he was playing as offside.
Yeah.
Playing a team like this on your offside is very difficult. He really equipped himself well.
Listen, without Carlo, obviously forward doesn't. This guy has acquitted himself really well. In the last couple of games, he's been playing on that right side, and he talked about it. He said, "I've done it before." He has not shown any. Boy, if he's been ruffled, he hasn't shown it back there at all. Real poise.
Well, Jake DeBrusk is the guest for a Razor for the walk-off interview.
Jake, a great goal, a great assist, a great 200-foot game from you tonight. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was a grind. Obviously, it's a good team, and there's lots of top players out there. And I think in the second period, lines got mixed up a little bit, and I was out against MacKinnon's line sometimes. And you know what, the job is at hand. Obviously, it's one of those things where he's one of the best players in the league, and that line clicks. So you just got to really contain their speed, also as a team, and just try to do the right details.
I felt like you guys did that, getting out to the early lead, kind of settled in. Of course, you're going to give up a few shifts to these guys, but I thought you guys defensively did a really good job after getting the lead.
Yeah, I got to give our D credit. Obviously, like I was saying, they're a fast forechecking team, and that top line's obviously going to want to carry the puck in, but they got some big bodies and lots of speed coming at them. So, those first touches that they were making us on the walls, I think they adjusted actually where they started pinching their defensemen down because we were getting past their first layer. So it was one of those things where the end of the game adjustments were kind of interesting when you see a team only twice a year.
And then finally, a bunch of home games. You don't have to get on a bus. You don't have to get on a plane this week. It's got to be nice to do that. And what kind of hay can you guys put in the barn here with these home matches coming up?
Yeah, these are big games. Obviously, we got some teams behind us, and we've been playing well here at home. I think for the majority of my tenure here. So it's always nice to be home, have some home cooking, and like you said, not as much travel coming in 3 a.m.s and all the things. But in saying that, we know teams are gonna be ready to come and play in this barn. So we just got to do our thing and keep rolling.
Great job. Have a night.
Appreciate it.
Keep rolling. All right. Jake DeBrusk with 2 points on the night. Something you want to talk about were the Bruins getting pucks on net.
Well, wait, on net with a purpose as they brought the puck back and then allowed bodies to get to the front, and they did a great job of this. We kept watching it, and then we said, hey, this might make a really good pack. You know, the way that the Bruins did it.
MVP did his work.
So here they go through the cycle, they wait, and now look at the amount of traffic in front of the net. You've got bodies here regularly. We have lamented at times, partner, where the Bruins haven't had enough traffic early in the year. Now here, they're regularly getting it, and they're waiting, like right here, waiting. Pastrnak waits, turns. There's a body doing a flyby. That was a shot with purpose. Wotherspoon, who did it a couple times in this game, really did well with it. Ends up getting it on 6. Sorry, this is not that time. Another time for Pastrnak. They just did a real good job of bringing the puck away from the traffic and then getting it through with traffic in front.
And one of the other things that we lament a little bit about when you're watching, when you're kind of nitpicking about where a lot of mistakes come from too, Billy, is when they get themselves high on that blue line, they try and make a play. And you know that if there's a turnover, you are in deep trouble. And here, instead of making that, fancy play, you get bodies going to the net, and even if it doesn't go in, you get good scoring opportunities off of that rebound.
Something you guys mentioned earlier was depth scoring, and they got a little help from Jakub Lauko, who got his first goal of the season. We're going to react to that, as well as hear from Jim Montgomery, who went up one-on-one with Brick right after this.